After Ellie and I got married, God asked us to commit YWAM for 10 years. So we've been committed for 10 years, and this is 10th year, 2021. And so this year, we've been praying about what God called us to do, go to other countries or go to home nation and continue to do mission over there, or any other plan. We were very open-handed. God, send us anywhere you want us to go. And as we pray, God spoke to us to make this place home. And based on here, we go to different places. And long-term calling comes with the long-term visa challenges. And we looked at many different options, but there's only one option that we can take as our permanent resident visa option. To get permanent residency visa, you need to tick two big boxes. First box is to have bachelor degree in University of Australia or a university that qualified by immigration office in Australia.
So years ago, when first God called me into missions and started speaking to me about missions, I was ready to go. I was like, God, I'm willing, send me, I'm gonna go. And then God stopped me. I was ready. I had a plan. I had like 3 weeks in mind. I was ready to go, and God stopped me through dreams and through input, through a mentor who was speaking to me, and God speaking to me as well through peace and through direction, that I should go to uni. And at that time, I didn't know why. That didn't make any sense to me. I didn't necessarily see why at that point in time I needed a uni degree. But I obeyed, and I did what he asked me to do. God opened doors to a degree that was actually quite hard to get into, and I got into that, and I worked in that. I did my studies, and during that degree we had to do a practical semester in a company, and I came back here and actually did that semester here with YWAM Perth in a media ministry that they had at that time. And again, God confirmed that call into missions, and he confirmed that the call was to be here with YWAM Perth at that time. And so I was like, okay, God, I can stay. I don't need to go back. I can just stay here. I don't need to go back home. That's fine. And again, I talked to a mentor. I prayed, asked God for wisdom. And then that mentor, she spoke to me and she said, you know, Ellie, at one point you might need this degree and it might open you doors into a country. And so I was like, okay, I can see that that's really wise, that's good input. And so I went back home and I finished my degree. And now looking at it, this degree is actually what is possibly going to open the doors for us into Australia.
And second is for work experience. You need to have a 3+ years of work experience with your specialty, which Ellie have 10 years of experience. She's been working on many different graphic design projects. She worked as a graphic designer in YWAM for the last 10 years and senior graphic designer who looked after other graphic designers. But because of she didn't get paid to do this, she was just volunteering this, that experience doesn't count as a work experience, even though she have fully qualified for that. So we believe this is God's plan.
In order for us to continue working with YWAM Perth and to be able to stay in Australia, we have to apply for a permanent residency. Part of the permanent residency visa is this visa, which is called Skilled Employer Regional Sponsored Visa. This visa, these two visas, they go together. So that's the permanent residency stream. But in order to apply for this visa, I would need 3 years of paid work experience in Australia as a graphic designer. I have worked for the last 13 years with YWAM Perth as a graphic designer, but because I haven't been paid, we've been supported through churches and friends and family, the government doesn't recognize that as paid work experience. So in order to get paid work experience, we have actually now, just a few days ago, applied for the temporary skill shortage visa, which will allow us to get paid work experience. So this will allow me to get paid work experience through being employed by YWAM Perth. So YWAM Perth hires me as a graphic designer, and our friends and family will continue to donate, but instead of donating to me directly or us directly, they donate to YWAM Perth. At the moment, the waiting, so this visa is obviously only 2 years, but I need 3 years of paid work experience. So I would technically need this visa 2 times. And then in the middle of the second one, I could then apply for this visa. At the moment, the waiting period for this visa is 1 year. And during this 1 year, I can actually work full-time. So if this works out the way how it currently looks, we wouldn't actually need to apply for this visa twice because the waiting period is so long. So we would get the 3 years of work experience and could then apply for the permanent residency stream. So this would be 3 years. Then right now the waiting period for this one is 8 months, plus 3 years, and then another 2 years before we would have the final PR status in Australia. If you'd like to continue this journey with us and continue hearing stories of what God is doing, and walk with us as we're serving in missions, we'd love to have you on our partnership team. You can find us on Facebook, you can find us on Instagram, or through our website. Just send us your email address and we'll add it to our updates. Thank you so much for watching.